Hey Seacoast, it's Josh Surratt here. I hope you guys are having a great week. I just wanted to give you an update on where we are, what are we thinking as it relates to going back to in-person worship. You know, there's been a ton of uncertainty. I know some of you have been frustrated that we haven't gone back yet, and I'll tell you this, one thing I'm very certain of is that nobody's more frustrated than me. I am ready for us to be back in the building on the weekends. But I'm also kind of glad that you guys are frustrated about not being here, because that means you love your church, and I get it. So we're all working towards the same objectives. I do want to give you an update before I hit the decision-making grid that we're going through. The church has not been closed. We keep saying that. You know, we're not meeting in person, but it's not been closed. I got word this week that we were able to, since the pandemic began back in March, we've been able to give over $1 million towards missions, both globally and locally. And so thank you for your generosity, even in this crazy season. That's twice as much as we gave last year during the same time frame to global and local missions. And so, man, I'm so proud of you, your generosity, your faithfulness. And so I love you guys. But we have started, we've stopped, we've had a couple of dates, as you know already, for when we were going to reopen. And as we got closer to those dates, we've realized it was not the right timing. And so trying to avoid that. But what I want to do today is I can't promise you certainty. I wish I could, but certainty lives in the future, and that's a realm that I don't have control over. But what I do want to give you is some clarity. Clarity as to how we're making this decision, as to what we're thinking, and as to some things that we can be doing right now in the time between now and when we will be back in the building. So we had the team put together a decision-making grid for us. We wanted to look at, okay, more than just how are we feeling, what's going on, what is a grid that we're running this decision through? And it's 5 aspects. Number 1, what's God saying to us? We want to be faithful in praying. I've been committed to praying about this every single day. Our team is praying for it. In fact, we're going to enter into a 21-day season of prayer and fasting as a church. We want all of us to be a part of doing this together to lay the foundation, not only for when we open, but for when we come back into in-person worship, to come back strong and to see God do immeasurably more than we can ask or imagine. So we're going to start from what's God saying to us. We're also going to be looking at what are the trends of COVID right now. As you know, in the past month, South Carolina's been a hot spot. It's not been a good season for us, but it seems like those numbers may be moving in a better direction, but we're going to be tracking that and monitoring that every single day. Number 3, we're going to be in contact with our state and local officials, as well as medical professionals, to get the best information that we have on our plan, feedback on our plan, so that we know what their input is as well. We also want to make sure our buildings are ready, which our team has been working hard on that. It's going to look a lot different than the last time we were in the buildings together. There's going to be different protocols and safety protocols, and so we're working on that. And then finally, not least, but last is our dream team readiness. You know, we say all the time, we cannot do ministry apart from the faithful service of our dream team. And so we're in communication with our dream team and making sure that we're prepared to safely enter for them, as well as anybody who would be our guests. And so we're working all of those, this decision through all of those grids, and we believe that we are working towards a date that's coming soon. In fact, we have a date internally that we're planning for. I'm not going to tell you right now. Why? Because I don't want to change it again if I have to. But we are working on a date, and that we're going to finish up our At the Movie series. We're going to go into a 21-day season of prayer and fasting, and then maybe we'll be opening right on the tail end of that. But we'll be in communication with you. I just wanted you to know this is a very challenging time to be leading. You guys know that. All of us are leading in some capacity, but God has been faithful. You guys have been faithful, and we are going to be in person soon. But let's not just limp to the finish line. Let's not see that date as us opening as like, man, we're going to be rebuilding for a while now. And I want to encourage you to take advantage of every opportunity that we have to serve our neighbors, to be kind to the people around us, to serve people, to worship, to get together in our small groups. Church isn't stopping. And if it is for you, maybe you evaluate, what can I be doing right now to be the church, to continue to be part of it as we work towards this date? I say this all the time, but I'm going to say it again. I love being your pastor. In fact, I was reminded of Paul's words in 1 Thessalonians, and he talks about a church that he hasn't been able to be with in a while. And then he talks about his desire to be back with them. And I'm like, man, I feel that for you guys. I can't wait for those foyer conversations, for us to worship together. But in the meantime, I love being your pastor. I love being a part of this great church community. Let's continue to shower our communities with the love of Jesus in every way that we possibly can. Can't wait to see you guys soon.